It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Tennessee Titans.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Las Vegas Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one fielded at the 5, and he returns this to the 22. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Hardman on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the Raiders have got him. Quentin Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here's Hardman to return. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DJ Moore, 43 yards. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. Woman play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. T.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Pitts, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's more. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to get the football back at their own 17. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. And that is incomplete here. So it's on. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That's taken it around the 40. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Again to Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll drop to throw. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. Pushing his way through. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro there to make the grab. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the... And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And it would appear that that 1st-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Open man, that's Renfro. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Hardman on the return. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's more. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand.
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how
now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After after the sack on first down. Tannehill. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Tannehill gets this to Firkser, the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Taken from just outside the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's brought down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here just past the 25. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Firkser. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for more.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A first down and more for Jacobs. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. One last throw here for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.